Good evening, humans. TyrannosaurusMoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the AEW Ringside exclusive Jurassic Express 2-pack from Jazwares. Let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, this is a great looking set, and I'm gonna do them individually, but first off, I just do want to point out that they are in their matchy gear, which makes sense, it being a 2-pack, and especially as a tag team, that's usually kind of what you do. So I'm gonna actually start off with Luchasaurus here because I've reviewed his original figure, and we get pretty much the same thing. I actually got the original figure here. So there we go. We can see that we have the white and green gear as opposed to the black and green gear. Pattern is slightly different with the kind of line going the opposite direction. We do still have the gold boots / kick pads, and belt, again, same design, just different colors. Then we get to the tattoos, just as well applied here. But we do get a different head sculpt. So as you can see in that original figure, we got the tongue out head, and now we get kind of just more of a kind of stoic, kind of neutral head, which makes me happy. It's part of the reason I wanted this set. I want all Luchasaurus figures anyway, but beyond that, I do like they did a different head sculpt for him this time, and I hope we see this for the Dark Luchasaurus eventually. Hopefully he gets a figure in that form, depending on what's going on with the lawsuit with the mask. But yeah, so let's see that is Luchasaurus, and then we move on to Jungle Boy Jack Perry, and this looks really good. Actually, a really good likeness of Jack Perry here. With the gritted teeth. They did a nice job on the hair too, like nice dimension going on here. This is better than Jazwares usually does for the hair sculpts, especially with the paint. But yeah, you can kind of see all the strands, just very nicely done. Looks kind of high end. And beyond that, really good buck for Jack Perry. This looks pretty much as it should. Also got some nice detailing here on the cuffs. I get that to focus. There we go. So kind of some aging there, the kind of leather look, and that continues on to the boots. Just really well sculpted and looks as it should. And then I like the knee pads. They're definitely different with that kind of honeycomb pattern. They don't get in the way too much either. We'll look at that more in articulation. But yeah, really well done all around. So just a really cool looking set. Surprisingly basic when we come to accessories here, but let's look at what we have. So for Luchasaurus, we get a pair of gripping hands and a pair of graspy hands. We do have the green fingertips and the tattoos as well, which is a very, very nice touch. Then we get Jungle Boy Jack Perry, so we do get a pair of grips and a pair of graspy hands, and that's it. So that will do it for accessories. Real decent balance and articulation all around here. So as we can see, freestanding kicks all around. Very happy about that. And we'll start off with Jack Perry since he's in the front here. So we are on a ball hinge for the head. And because of all that long, luxurious hair, we're not going to get any up whatsoever, but we do get lots of down. So that's pretty cool. We'd get a little bit of tilt too because of the room under that head sculpt, and obviously rotation. Get to the shoulders, we are hinge and swivel. Left is super, super tight. Right looms more naturally, so I don't know what that's about. We do get bicep swivel, double jointed elbows coming to here. We do get hinge and swivel, all horizontal. Then we get a ball joint at the diaphragm, ball joint at the waist. So we're getting about that much crunch, not too bad, and that much arch back, which is actually fantastic. We get a little bit of side to side, but it does require some forcing, so be careful there. Then we come to the hips and almost full splits, fully beautiful. Our front kick is not quite 90, but it's okay, still serviceable. We do get a thigh swivel, double jointed knees, not hindered too much by those pads, but it still kind of keeps us at 90 to below. We do get boot swivel. We get some really nice point, some very, very nice forward, and of course some rocker. I shouldn't say of course, but we do get some rocker. So that is Jack Perry. Put him off to the side here. Oop, there goes Luchasaurus. For Luchasaurus, again, same, we got the ball hinge on the head. Again, the hair is gonna get in the way, so we're not getting up. We're getting a little bit more than we got with Jack Perry. And down, we're not getting quite as much because the hair comes in front. Not really any tilt either. We get rotation. Arms, again, left is super tight, but we get a little bit past our T. We do a bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows bring us to there. We do have hinge and swivel at the wrists, all horizontal. Again, we get our double ball joints. So ball joint diaphragm, ball joint at the waist, but because of the sculpt, we're gonna run into that. Whoa, and I'm gonna move everything around, and you can see there it is. It's just kind of attached to the hips. There's the port right there. Get that back in. There's one thing I do like about these figures is that you can disassemble them in that manner. All right, there we go. So we're not getting too much on the crunch forward, unfortunately. It's one of my gripes with this figure. Oh, hey, and there's back. So there's the other part of the articulation. So our arch back, it's about that far, definitely better than the front. And we get some decent side to side as well. Of course, we can get rotation there as well. Then we come to the hips, almost full splits, definitely very, very good range there. Our front kick actually is even worse, kind of sad. You want a big character doing a big boot, so that definitely kind of makes me a little sad. We get some thigh swivel, there we go. Double jointed knees. We're going to run into the back of the knee pad, and we're gonna have all these tassels. So it's just really, we're getting to about there, which is a little unfortunate. You could heat it up a little bit, move the knee pad, kind of move it around. You'll get a little bit more. Fortunately, we do not get a shin or boot cut on this figure. That was definitely another thing I kind of had a gripe with my original review, but we do get some really nice point. Not really anything forward, but we do get some excellent rocker. So that will do it for articulation. Getting into size comparisons, here they are with some other AEW figures. With some other wrestling lines. With some Hasbro and some Mattel. With some imports. With some monsters. Finally, with an articulated icons Oni and yours truly in human form as a Valorverse Action Force figure. So my final thoughts on the AEW Ringside exclusive Jurassic Express set from Jazwares is that this is a great set. And honestly, like if you're a fan of either Jungle Boy or Luchasaurus or both of them together, kind of crazy to pass this up, especially as I record this because Ringside is doing their Black Friday 3.0 sale. And this is, when I bought this was $20 and I thought that was a steal, but right now it's down to like $13.99 or something. That's insane. That's half the price of one of these figures. So definitely get down on that if you're interested. So I'll have a link in the description if you are interested. And yeah, beyond that, I just hope you found this review informative and somewhat entertaining. If you did, hope to see you back because I do multiple reviews a week of action figures related to tokusatsu, dinosaurs, monsters, pro wrestling, of course, and much more. So come on back, let's talk some more toys. Let's escape the world for a while. But ultimately, I hope you're well. I hope that all of your toy dreams come true. And most importantly, I hope that you and yours stay weird, simians.